Hi everybody, welcome to another Carrara tutorial. I'm cripeman. What we're going to do this time through is we're going to look at our text, and in that I mean we're going to be looking at some of our fonts. One of the things I had to do when I was putting this all back together was hunt down some of my favorite fonts. Right now I'm in Arial, but there's a place called fontdiner.com that makes some really cool free retro fonts. And I have no stake in anything they do. I'm just saying this is one of the things that I had to do, and yeah, their fonts are awesome. They've got you notice this is their air conditioner font, and it looks like an uh, air conditioner logo script, I guess you'd call it, or I guess I'd call it. You'd probably call it the right thing. But there's air conditioner. There's oh, this one's a good one. Black Knight. How cool is this one? And this looks right now, but as I play with this and as I mess with it, there's going to be the colors are going to mess up a little bit. Carrara does that, but you notice how the lines are nice and creepy, and it looks almost drawn there, which is one of the cool things about them. They've really got some cool fonts. Yeah, font on a stick, very homey looking. If it'll, yeah, there we go. Fontdiner.com, Fontdiner Loungy, and you want to see a better view of what they got. This looks like their air conditioner one. They've got some really cool stuff, and you can buy fonts certainly, uh, but I think they got free stuff around here somewhere, or maybe they just hosted on this place. Defont.com has some really cool fonts, and that's where I wound up finding them. You lose your stuff, and then you go back. Where did I find that at? I didn't. I don't think I found it here originally, but this is a good place to find fonts now. It's got really cool stuff. I downloaded the Only Skulls font, and I can show you that. It's a very time-intensive font. I'm not really sure what the True Type stuff does, but it certainly uses up render time when you're messing with it. Yeah, I guess this would be a better place for it. Now, one of the things about this is, well, first of all, it's really well done. But there are a lot of points in it. I'm not really sure how the True Type thing works, but I think each dot that makes up the face becomes a point when it transfers into Carrara. I think that's the way it is. That's the way it used to be with Illustrator stuff. Each point, each little dot you put down turned into a point, which turned into a face as it connected to other stuff, and it just used up a whole lot of render time. If I was to make a sentence with this, I'd probably crash the thing because there's so many points. So I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to jump out of here before I break something. But yeah, there's some really cool fonts. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. There you go. It's a lot of data right here, and if you get it too complicated it gets kind of wonky looking too. But when you don't, it looks really cool. See, that's a little tip for the non-modelers out there. Yeah. If you don't like pulling pixels, somebody's already done it for you in the form of fonts. Let's see. There's quite a few in here. Let's go back to the Font Diner stuff. Oh, there we go. Oh, did I delete it? Ah, see, I deleted it. That's one of the things about being able to interact with your stuff. There we go. There we go. Good. Everything good. Kapow. There. And this is the Font Diner stuff again, and it's very, very cool. Very cool retro stuff, man. If you like retro fonts, or you know, want to tweak your scenes a little bit, fonts are a good way to do that. Let's see. So yeah, fonts. Oh, one thing about using these really complicated fonts is if you try to throw a bevel on them. Well, this didn't stretch at all. Oh yeah, it did in the back a little bit. The way that your fonts are made, sometimes the faces will overlap. So if you have a bevel in your stuff, sometimes it'll stretch it weird. I know I can make it stretch weird for you. Use a really complicated font. Oh, how about I just stretch it? Let's do it 0.5. Kapow. Watch this. Before, after. See how it stretches, and it doesn't just stretch, it stretches in weird ways. I don't understand where that point came from. You know? But whatever. Just be careful in how you manipulate your stuff. I want to show you something real quick here too. One of the other fonts they have over there is the DC fonts, and if you're a DC fan, they have really cool fonts. They have a lot of the logos for, you know, your favorite DC characters. Check this out. If you like Superman, kapow. Oh, yikes. Kapow. S is for Superman. B is for Batman. How cool is that, right? W is for Wonder Woman. It's not updating. Kapow. There we go. And see, if you ever had trouble, you know, with logos and that kind of stuff, you got logos over there too, and they're really well done. I don't know if they're sanctioned by or approved by anybody in particular. I'm sure Warner Brothers probably has copyrights to all this stuff, so don't use them in anything you're going to sell, you know, unless you know, come up with an agreement. But you notice there's a little bit of a bevel on here, and it's not stretched all weird. Some of these fonts, they really took, you know, there's a lot of care put into a lot of these fonts. So yeah, the place is defont.com, and Font Diner is the one with the retro fonts. So if you're into that kind of thing, yeah, go check them out. They there we go. Jiminy. Yeah, they put a lot of work into their stuff, and they you know, give them some love. Check out their stuff, and add them to your libraries, because it just make your stuff look very, very cool. Anyway, that's it for this time. I'm Cripeman, and I'll talk to you again later. Bye.